I have got a serious case of the Mondays.
Y'all ready for the big show?
I hate Mondays.
I don't work Mondays.
Say what?
Talk about a case of the Mondays.
Listen, I say we don't air this show.
What are you talking about?
As they say in Hollywood, the show must go on.
It's Monday Madness.
This is the show for you.
Let's go.
Hi, everybody, and welcome to NSS. This is the Reynolds Report. Officials in Rio have officially charged Ryan Lochte with false reporting a crime. They'll want him to either come back himself or send a lawyer to answer the charges for him. He could be sentenced up to 6 months in jail or a fine. There's no word yet if he plans to actually go. His lawyer said, quote, "We intend to fully cooperate with the government as we have all along," unquote. It was kind of a good news, bad news day for Ryan because he also picked up a new sponsor, Pine Brothers Cough Drops. The company said it hopes people will give Ryan a second chance because, quote, "He's a great guy who has done incredible work with charities," unquote. Jennifer Lopez apparently broke up with Casper Smart because he snubbed her by passing on a fancy charity event in favor of hanging with his boys at UFC 202. TMZ says Jennifer told Casper it was super important for him to accompany her to the fundraiser Saturday night, but Casper wasn't having any of it because he desperately wanted to watch the Conor McGregor-Nate Diaz fight in Vegas with his buddies. J-Lo was so enraged, she ended the relationship right there. No discussion. Legendary comedian George Carlin's unreleased album, I Kinda Like It When a Lot of People Die, has a bit on it about crooked cops. When you hear it, it's not surprising that they never released the album before. The album will be released on September 16th. Here's the bit in question.
You don't help the police. When I was a kid and we went to the movies, we rooted against the police and for the crooks, and I still do. I love the crooks. I don't give a shit if they come to my house and kill my entire family. I'm on their side. I'd rather spend 16 hours stuck in an elevator with a couple of crooks than even say hello to a policeman. You don't help the police. They're not on your side. Don't you understand this yet? They work for the state. They'll plant fake evidence. They'll put a loaded gun in the hands of an unarmed man they've shot to death. They harass minorities. They brutalize people. They deny people their rights, and they lie about it all in court all the time. They perjure themselves routinely, but they don't squeal on each other. They're not rats. So take a page from their book, but never ever help them. And above all, don't plea bargain by turning in a friend. Tell you what, some of you religious people out here, you religious folks, on Judgment Day, when you see God, ask him if you can plea bargain. Ask him if you turn in your family, will he let you into heaven? You know what he'll say? He'll say, "Go to hell." He'll say, "Go to hell, you squealing prick." Because even God hates a rat.
Donald Trump's people keep trying to say there's something wrong with Hillary Clinton's health. I'm sorry, isn't she the one with adult-sized hands and human-colored skin? Meanwhile, Donald Trump said Hillary Clinton's supporters are mostly Hollywood celebrities that aren't very hot anymore. Then he went to a rally where he was introduced by Omarosa and Gary Busey. 5 Louisville police officers were refused service by a Taco Bell employee. I wonder if the employee actually realizes the irony in his gesture in that he may have actually helped them. Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson is at the top of Forbes magazine list of this year's highest paid actors. I'm assuming they're using a really loose definition of the word actor. Just some random thoughts here. When I was a kid, I had a balsa wood model airplane with a rubber band attached to the propeller that was more durable than Tony Romo. Hope Solo has been suspended for 6 months by U.S. Soccer for disparaging remarks she made about the Swedish team. She should run for president. You can say any ugly thing you want without being punished. Rick Astley is releasing a new album. You can buy it on iTunes. You won't, but you can. After all the panic in the press, guess how many cases of Zika virus there were at the Rio Olympics? 0. You had a much better chance of catching a bad case of the morons from Ryan Lochte. U.S. astronaut Jeff Williams just set the record for most days in space with 521. Do not confuse this with Ryan Lochte's record of most days with space between his ears, 11,680. Time for Nobody gives a Apparently, Tyra Banks is teaching a class at Stanford University. The class will be called How to Waste Your Tuition 101. Hey, ex-model, nobody gives a Japan says they want to make Olympic medals out of recycled smartphones. They also want to have tons of sex with robots. So there's that. Hey, Japan, nobody gives a And Ann Coulter attacked Donald Trump for softening his stance on illegal immigration. She was so upset, her Adam's apple was quivering as she spoke. Hey, really creepy woman. Nobody gives a Thanks, everybody. We have a new episode of The Reynolds Report for you every weekday. Be sure to check out NSS Live, starring Frank D'Angelo, and his celebrity talk panel featuring hockey legend Phil Esposito every Tuesday and Thursday right here on NSS.